starting April 2nd, the worst economic collapse in history is beginning now. Who is this, is the response. How many clients do people do you know in Nevada? My power got shut off. I emailed you the final cutoff notice last week. Apparently you did not pay it. I made the check last week. We live in a digital world where 90% of transactions take place digitally, and you still write checks. You will transfer money to me electronically, but not to my service providers. You realize that makes no sense, other than to make my life difficult or inconvenient. Now, this is the middle of the pandemic, at the beginning of do you have a check number or a copy of the check? In an email I sent you the account number, username, so the bill could be paid electronically. This is obviously both unnecessary and intentional. Already voted, by the way. Oh, okay, yeah, that was the first time I voted. Early and in person. Also need to know it would take 4 or 5 days to get here and another week to process an out-of-state check. I mean, he knows this. He's been doing this for decades, and he's been torturing with me like this for decades. Here's a perfect example going back a good 10 years now. Attached to the receipt for the previously mentioned teleprompter I purchased so I could properly submit my audition pieces. I'm also submitting this receipt for Blue Iris security camera software I purchased so I can sleep better at night knowing cameras are watching my house. That I'd already had a previous break-in. The total of these two receipts amount to $250, which I actually needed because I'm doing the struggling actor thing. I am unable to download, Mickey responds, I'm unable to download and print these attachments, so please print each of them with your printer and drop them off either at my office or bring them to my doorman, bring them to my doorman or bring them to my office tomorrow. I'll be in all day. I've sent attachments to you in JPEG format for years now. Why all of a sudden can't you print them? I need to run all over town on public transportation, hit a Kinko's and then to your home or office. Is there no one capable of being any assistance? Perhaps one of those two overpaid ladies at the front door? Perhaps they can show you how to open and print the email, save me another day running around, is what that said. That being said, had my previous requests had not been ignored, like the plea to get my phone turned on for my birthday, we wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. Class starts tomorrow, registration was on. I realize you've been out of the office more than you've been in so far this year. I would have to assume that it has contributed to the lack of interest in my affairs, handling my affairs. Lastly, I do not feel my birthday funds set aside for last year were dealt with fairly, and are determined to reopen that dialogue as well. Frustrated and angry, Alexander Gordon. No, that conversation never happened either. But let it be said. That's a perfect example, though. He can't download can't download an email or a thing, and I have to go running all over town to bring things to his office and waste my time and my days. This has happened I already have to go to his office to get everything reimbursed. I have to drop off these receipts by hand because he refuses, and we'll see this in a future email, where he just refuses. I give him the passwords. He refuses to set up automatic payments. And for no other reason than just to torture me, make me go out of my way, be a pain in my ass while not investing in anything I've asked him to, but needing to make my life as difficult as humanly possible. Well, you'll see more of this later. When the battery of my cell phone dies, that's it. I'm cut off until power comes back on. Food in my freezer is going to melt and spoil. Apple. Invest in Apple. This is April. I was already on this, but October 29th. Here, there's an augmented reality, future technology. Same shit Nancy Pelosi invested in and made hundreds of millions of dollars, and I can't, that's my bill. I paid it myself. Couldn't get reimbursed for it. Send the bill. Use me so I can. I forwarded that to him. All right. Send me the bill. So I can. Oh, now he can print it. Okay, that's 10 years later. I'll see if I can get one online. Made the payment on the automated phone thing. There's no one to speak to. Perhaps you can change the mailing address in your accounts the monthly. Now, after all these years. Thank God today is Saturday and the markets are closed. The great sell-off. Don't worry about my phone. Sell off my. Do what I tell you here. The president suspended capital gains tax. Please liquidate my portfolio immediately. Good night and good luck. The great sell-off and the great economic collapse of America begins on Monday. Get me the fuck out. Apple, Bitcoin, gold are soaring Like I said they would. Please buy now. Dow Jones Index. This is April, remember, April 2020. 2020. Look at the dates. What's good for Biden is good for China. What are we doing here? Projection. All right. Facebook has seen the writing on the wall. They've already pivoted. They went all into their Oculus. That's virtual reality. Their social business is done. You've seen their stock now crater. Section 230 will sink them. That never ended up happening. But now that Elon Musk is popping up 2 years later, doing his things anyway. Class action, right. Guess the BS vax nonsense put a wrench in my assessment. Trades still say the market is buoyed by the Biden announcement. All right, another $150 never got reimbursed. Another something there. Oh, a restoration fee because it was right. I cannot pay bills I do not have. Please email with me for payment. You can set that shit automatically. The way that you send your payments to me automatically. Dude, for the last time I do not get bills from them. I cannot get physical bills from them. 12 months, 12 times I told you this. CNN and MSNBC say they're having all-time COVID spikes. Democratic governors locked the cities down. You want me to get infected and go to the infected stores after the post office? Uber's back and forth. Right? Roughly 3 months ago, I sent you an email with all my logins and passwords so you can pay the bills and print whatever you want. Ask them to download the bill to your email and email it to me for payment, sent with loud effect. You do the logins and bills. You do the logins, you do the bills, and email them to me for payment. Why is Unity stock soared 60% in November? I asked you to buy that apparently the year before. China's the greatest threat to the U.S. All right, Unity, right? 60%. That's the IPO. I don't know where it's at now, but you refuse to buy it. Great reset. Oh, let's buy a house back in 2020 before prices skyrocket. Let's go down to Kentucky. Get me the fuck out of here. I have other emails and whatnot referring to that. Okay, stock. Unity. Buy Unity. Why? Why buy Unity? Buy Bitcoin. 2020. Look what happened. Okay, so I already said buy it. You refused. And look what the fuck happened. Did I not also get you into crypto? Yes, I did. 90% of the apps are AR, augmented reality. Apps, Unity. Billion installations. Here's why. Here's an article. Phone bill. Go there, download your bill, email it to me for payment. I thought you were going to finally be helpful instead of my life difficult and putting myself at risk. Unity. Augmented reality. Unity. Millionaire maker stock. Look into it. Buy a couple shares. Buy Snapsteel. Unity could be the win-win. Here's where to invest your money before stocks start rotating, not stampeding out of stocks, according to Warren Buffett. Stampeding, all right? This is 2020 still. December 2020. Investors Daily, Apple's future rise. Breakout as tech stocks, lead rally. Get in. Not sure if you're viewing this, but if you know Robert Kiyosaki, he knows what he's talking about. That's he's saying get the fuck out. Economic collapse. We'll deposit 140. Thanks, Mick. You're the best. Happy New Year. Go fuck yourself. I'm still trying to be pleasant. Happy New Year to you and Toby. Please don't. I'll pay it myself. I have a year's worth of receipts to submit, which I do need immediately is to reposition and prepare for this great reset Time Magazine's been talking about. We need to talk immediately. CNN, MSDNC, nor the rest of the propagandist news is not warning people. They're complicit, and YT did a piece. P.S. We both know that Saturday's the day after the T-Mobile shutoff date. So you're trying to screw with me again. Let's see what this was.
And when you, I
Reset,
get a lot of questions
not a
specifically
conspiracy
with
theory.
people asking me, when
This
will the Great Reset
was
happen?
a year ago.
I'm like, it's here. It's here. It's happening.
What's this one?
The COVID-19 crisis has shown us that our old systems are not fit anymore for
Sky News. Nazis are back from the cat's mouth. Nashville Christmas drone strike was not an RV bomb, so they're claiming mathematically impossible interconnected coincidences. Biden's definitely in on this, build back better. Slogan keeps repeating by the corrupt foreign powers. Don't know if Trump is in on it too. Trudeau's already implementing it, as well as training Chinese soldiers for winter warfare. Military is on high alert. I will cut and paste this in an email and continue this in the morning. I've had headaches from neck cramps, stayed home. Let's see. January 2021. Nothing like it.
Far
Apple's plans for an AR headset. Invest in Apple. JP Morgan, Bloomberg, right? Invest in Bitcoin? No. Even JP Morgan, your beloved JP Morgan, the Nazi bank and the pedophile, satanic pedophile bank, because of their association with Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. U.S. currency controller approved stable coins for bank payments. They know the dollar is dead. All right, here's a podcast on that. Let's see what this is. That's the next day.
The other thing that's gone into outer space lately, and that is
that one was still 1,700 instead of 38,000. Apple, patent from Apple, invest in Apple, virtual store experience, avatar salespeople. I mean, this is, come on, man. Yeah, pedophilia, child sex trafficking. That's one of the first ones. All right. Turns out we were right on that one. Disney, blackout, Pope arrested, child. Yeah, okay. Rule of law. Khrushchev. Class warfare, healthcare, poverty, debt, gun control, welfare, education. Take control of what people read and listen to, and take control of what children learn in school. All right? Could anything be more appropriate? Perfectly parallel to the Democrat 2030 agenda. Socialistic state. Is that not exactly what we're seeing right now? Business on another spending blowout. Senate Republicans turned 1.9 trillion during Janet Yellen's confirmation hearing. All right, hyperinflation. That's January 20th, 2021. 5G, tech stocks, augmented reality boom continues. Nothing. Nancy Pelosi made hundreds of millions of dollars. Ethereum explodes. You didn't get in. Missed it. Virtual reality will be a $1 trillion marketplace within 5 years. Here's why. Invest in it. Ethereum, NFTs, merge with augmented reality. It's all the rage now. I was telling you this in January of 2021. Apple earnings crush estimates, meaning we missed it. Thank you, motherfucker. Nope. Couldn't invest, couldn't play the GameStop thing. Everyone made money there. Silver futures, margins. Silver futures. Oh, was that them being criminal? What was the story there? 8-year high. I've been saying this for how long already? No physical silver in London mining stocks set to skyrocket. Now, if they haven't yet, why not? Because it's being suppressed still. But the point being is I've been telling you this for how long? Bitcoin. Morgan Stanley becomes first big bank to offer its wealthy clients access to Bitcoin funds. And I've been telling you to get in since when? Nope. All right. Guess what's the cancel order on silver? The big banks are not pushing silver or gold at all, like you. The main sea of silver squeeze is making these big banks freak out even more. The U.S. Mint is canceling orders. Canceling, not delaying, but canceling. Wow, that happened behind the scenes. Did the big banks have to buy the remaining silver because of contracts coming due in the 9 days? I mean, you had this. You had this. Russia seeks to allow National Wealth Fund to invest in precious metals. Gold recently shared its gold with suppressed banks. I mean, this is just incredible. Now he's using emojis. He's being all cute and shit. Gold's going to 50. Okay, all right. Still, no gold. BlackRock. Bitcoin futures. Reminder, mom died. No response. Apple's about to jump again, though. Unity, I mean, Jesus Christ. Billionaire Strategies. Hedge fund manager urges diversification out of the dollar. April 2nd, 3rd, 2021. 10 hands at CNN. Hands-on with augmented reality. Been telling you to invest in that for 4 years already. All right, we started a new segment here. Let's see what this is. Gates Epstein. Hedge fund manager, diversification, sovereign man. Ray Dalio urges diversification out of the dollar, March 29, 2021. I mean, if you're not listening to Ray Dalio, I don't know who you are listening to. JP Morgan recently said he wouldn't touch a U.S. government 10-year treasury note with a 10-foot pole. They just passed 1.9 trillion. They have another $3 trillion package ready to go. Universal basic income, bullshit Green New Deal, and everything else. Come on, you already know this. I sent this to you. If you're not paying attention, it's your own fault, and you deserve to be penalized for it. Fast Company, Kathy. Okay, virtual volumetric video, augmented virtual reality. That's what I put my money into because you would invest. Coinbase IPOs today. Please buy. Unity gains. Nope. Did we? Unity gains. Metals. Apple reporter, sales up 50%, authorizes $90 billion in share buybacks. How about that? That would have been a good move. Goldman Sachs apparently was wrong about Apple. I don't know what they said. Apple is in the middle of a super cycle. Everything it sells, Mac, is on a tear. Your beloved MSDC, and even Kubi agrees. Forget gold. There are better ways to play precious metals, according to one CIO. Collapse is imminent. Mac revenue up 70% in Q2 2021. Financial fallout, bioweapon, vaccine, bioweapons, death wave, how to protect your MI assets. Never got a call, never got a response. Never said, hey, let's go make some moves. Hey, look, the government is publicly overseeing protection for the banks, protection for the American people. About to bring up criminal people. Bring up fraud? Are they kidding? Such nerves, such transparency. They have no choice now to decentralize ledgers thanks to the blockchain. Let's see what the fuck is happening in the crypto markets, and you know goddamn good and well you should have listened to me. Unless your intention was to break and screw me all along. How much 1,000 investment in Dogecoin? How many want to know? 12,000. 12. Jesus Christ. Greece, U.S. debt to GDP ratio is worse than Greece. A video. May 7th, 2021. Global food prices are soaring. Shrinkflation. Household income. Chemtrail. Oh, rockets in Israel. You told me that's the safest place for me to be. Top energy regulators for food. Oh, veterans. J.P. Morgan pay a total of $240 for allegedly manipulating an obscure corner of the country's electricity market. Get me out of J.P. Morgan. There's the article. Socialist This is what you voted for. Hate Trump enough to destroy the country. The country's fine. You don't have to file tax. Everything's great. Housing market's fine. We don't trade stocks here. That's not my job. Amid market crash fears. What's a Dogecoin, just in case you don't know? Cryptocurrency has risen. Outpaced everything in the last 6 months. I got none. Zero. Disney loses $600 million. That's May 2021. Short Disney. $600 million. I repeat. Daily Wire. There's 3 articles. Apple. Michael Burry predicted inflation. This is the guy that Big Short was based on, saying this entire place is fucking coming down. Sound of the alarm. Sound of the alarm. You had this. Fuck me. What a piece of shit. I've already been through that. Prepare for nuclear war. That was 2021 May. And here we are. Banking has the court oversight committee. Get me out of the housing market unless you're trying to ruin me. Michael Burry, stocks that crashed the housing market in 2008. You already know because you made me suffer through that. Wouldn't let me.
All right, Crystal, what's on your radar?
Well, guys, not to say the obvious here, but
stock market long-term fund and parked my money and have decimated my future. United States Mint, what was this? Morgan dollar. I don't know. Global silver shortage. As demand for silver grims to the supply. Zero Head Commodities delays silver shipments. That's America. 15,000 people. They all agree with me. 5 months before his assassination, John F. Kennedy issued his executive order that would give the American currency back to the people by printing money based on silver standard, taking away the power from the Federal Reserve banking cartel. Many argued that's the reason JFK was assassinated. Great reset now. Inflation sparking prices. Liberals. Yeah, fuck you. Cryptocurrency data. Right. Now this is the jab. This is the patent based on the jab. 2020, 06, 06, 06. Let's take away those zeros, all right? That's 666. And this is from who? Our friends over at Microsoft. And this is the Jabberoo, and now turning people into cryptocurrency mining solutions. You can read this at your own leisure. But that's what's going on here. That's why you had to get that injection. Now, what's this here? Here we go. More 666s. Bobby Rush, Democrat, Illinois. Energy and Commerce. Why does energy and commerce have anything to do with human health and human services? I don't know what this is. Banks are collapsing. The run has already begun. Eviction moratorium ends today. Millions of people are going homeless. Trust A is fully invested in the housing market. Plan for me to join them on the streets. The systematic destruction of my finances have been a plan all along with the talent control of my movement and affairs. What's the link? Okay, cool. So that's 6 going to go. We'll reset. We'll reset. What's this? Oh, that's tunnel system for child trafficking and weaponry and underground nationalists, CIA and Disney. How to navigate the Great Reset. Heard about the meat shortage? Animal protein producer hacked, shut down globally, world food supply. Let's see, what's the date on this? What's the date on this? June 1st, 2021. No, this is, yes, short Disney, tunnel systems. Yeah, and that's the one on the the East Coast. Short Disney, short Disney, short Disney. 2021. This is June 2021. Biden prepare for nukes. Why? See, we knew this was happening. Well, here we go. Look at that. J.P. Morgan freezes donation to Republicans who contested the 2020 election, despite the fact that we all know that just here. Facebook extends ban on donations to lawmakers. Yeah, but Bitcoin. Okay, when was that? Making Bitcoin legal. Chase Bank canceled their sales. What was this now? What did Chase Bank do? Pro-Trump coffee increased by 8,000% after Chase Bank canceled their sales. Get the fuck out of Chase Bank, you cocksucker. Nazis. What's this? Right. So El Salvador decided to make Bitcoin legal tender. What do you think that did to the crypto market? 40 cities poised for housing crisis. June 8th. When did you sell your house? When did you sell your house? I got the record of it. Got rid of Lake Geneva. Got rid of, Dow drops. June 19th. What's this? JP
Objection.
Morgan's involved with.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that Will Taylor, an intern in my office, be granted four privileges for the remainder of Congress.
There we go.
Without objection. Thank you. Mr. President, today
Americans are discouraged from buying homes. Big corporations are outbidding them. June 2021. So the American dream was dead for me at that point. Fed has reached its limit, sees inflation today, deflation tomorrow. Hyperinflation. What was that? NYU has built a school around augmented and emerging technologies, augmented virtual reality. Bank runs have begun. Credit Suisse. Unity CEO predicts AR/VR headsets will be as commonplace as consoles by 2030. I mean, Nancy Pelosi again invested in it. You wouldn't let me invest in it. You called it my hobby. McAfee 2024. Major crisis coming. Prepare what you can.
A stock market crash, hyperinflation, food and commodity shortages, drought, record temperatures, and apocalyptic wildfires. The mother of all cyber attacks, a new deadly variant, and a possible proxy war between superpowers are just a few of the things that we need to prepare for in the next
10 months ago. Then they killed McAfee in Spain. McAfee is assassinated in Spain. Buffett steps away from Gates. Building in Miami collapses. More people killed in Chicago on Monday alone than over the weekend. Nothing to see here. Chicago is fine, you said. Tell me it's still COVID that's keeping you from the office. Bullshit. You're afraid to get killed walking down the street. How about that? I was right once again. This is better than Trump? Hurts to admit it. It burns, doesn't it? Unless, of course, you're rooting for America's demise as you do mine. False flag missile bombing, was that Christmas? Yep. Declaration of war. CNN's only going to lie to you. It's Psaki. Rachel Maddow. No. Another missed opportunity. Pissed away another 3 years rent. Vegas home prices set another record in May as supply remains low. Again, you told me to go to Israel. They forced vaccination. More loads of London banks are closing. Thousands of flights canceled. Vaccination required. Citigroup, not fit to participate in bond holding because of past crimes. Get me out of JP Morgan. Evicted. BlackRock buying up all the house, squeezing out the middle class. I mean, you really are a piece of shit. Did you ever get my deposit back on my last month's rent? No. No, you didn't. You just let them keep that, didn't you? The Rothschild banks are liquidating and preparing for the run. Let's see what we got here. See population, AR stands for in 6 years. Speaker Pelosi, there we go, purchased up to $10 million in Microsoft just weeks before augmented reality headset contract for $22 billion. I knew that. You did too, because I told you so, and I didn't get in on that. I'm going to leave it there. Because I'm just furious. Because I'm furious. Millions face eviction as economy collapses. Let's buy a motor coach. I'm magnetic. You're not taking any of this seriously. The Rothschild firm more than tripled its Bitcoin holdings. Family member fights against election integrity. Financial Waterloo. The globalist Rothschild banking investment group in Chicago recently increased its indirect position in Bitcoin by almost 4 times in the second quarter, according to July 19th Rothschild Investment Corp. second quarter SEC filing. The Rothschild firm, run by the infamous family that was founded in 1908, now runs 141,405 shares in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, having added 103,059 shares since last quarter. Bitcoin established itself as a strong alternative currency amid worldwide financial instability, marked by currency inflation, gas shortages, coronavirus-inspired supply chain disruptions, and potential food shortages. Again, that was when? Kissinger. Eugenics. BlackRock ownership in GlaxoSmithKline. I mean, I got it all here for you, buddy. You had it all. You decided to do nothing with it and decided to fuck me in the process. Coming for you. I'm coming for you. I have to. What choice do I got? You've ruined me. I had every opportunity in the world and you fucked everything up for me. I guess we'll come and do a part 3 at some point later on. These are the text messages that I've sent him, March 31st. Okay, he wants to trust resignation. He's unable to find a successor. He should have never taken the thing in the first place. Ukraine adopts Nazi slogan for military. Should be making money on this like everyone else today with the bank run. Russian stock market crash today, February 21st. February 20th. Yes. Pedophile Democrats, politicians. The reason this whole thing is going on. Gold. What date was this? February 17th. How things are going to be bad. What's this? Why gold set to rally? Kiyosaki, financial crisis. Worst month ever last year. Disney dump. What's the date on this? Dump Disney. February 15th. Gold is breaking out. JP Morgan opened its first branch of the metaverse. Cryptocurrency. Virtual reality. Augmented reality. All the things I've been trying to get you to invest in. Oh, okay. Stocks, bonds tumble. Blinken. No evidence of Russia pullback. What date was this? February 16th. Is that the ruble? Is that what he says? Oh, bond yields. How long before Ukraine denies it? Satellite images show providing evidence what was actually happening. All right. New report. Biden campaign against Democrats presses right-wing lies. Bank runs. Update. Run on the Canadian banks, February 15th. Gold jumped to 1,800. 200 in the last week. Let's see how far back this. Disney ESPN destroyed. John Durham investigating Obama. Right, hyperinflation coming. What's the date on this? All right. Right, the devil's at work. HIV and the vaccine. What's going on here? People are fucking brilliant. Let's see here. Steve Scalise. Inflation. February 10th. Hyperinflation. Stock market 6% crash. Nasty bear market warns Dan Ferris. Yeah, I can't get you to invest in Apple, but this guy's making $120 million oil deals.
But even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's did.
Yeah. That's Democrats. That's who you told us to vote for. You got to get Trump out of office, he says. Home prices rising. February 8th. Put an extra head. That's you. That's your people. That's why I can't afford a house ever again. Right. Controlling the message. That's you. Controlling me, silencing me, shutting me up, not letting me fucking make any of my own moves. I mean, this goes on and on and on. Gates, JP Morgan, breaking news, get me out, cash me out. Don't make me say it again. You've done enough damage already. That's all I get. The Fed, transform our financial system. Here's how. All right? Bank, seize your money. It's coming. Warrants, David Morgan. Got a mortgage? Give me a phone for the Great Reset. Watch Hunter's Business Law Enforcement. And this goes on. Something evil happening. I don't know what's hidden. Data from the Fed, the biggest story. Okay. People desperate as markets tank worldwide. January 29th. Confronting pedophile banks and corrupt officials. You, right? I guess. That must be what we're talking about. You alone, nothing happy. I mean, here, you've had all of this fucking information. What's the date on this? January 24th, my brother's birthday. I sent this to you. Shit's hitting the fan. Oh, 25th maybe. Rent prices increasing throughout Las Vegas. Crypto. Oil. Never did make a nickel on oil, did we? Thomas Jefferson said in 1802, I believe that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. The American people allow private banks to control the issue of their currency, first by inflation, then by deflation. The banks and corporations will grow up around the banks, deprive the people of all property until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. It's you, dude. It's what you've done to me. Epstein, real estate market crash, 2008. Previously discussed. This is not the first time we're talking about this. We are far from the bottom. Up the food chain area. Let's see here. January 22. Cash me out, you psychopath. J.P. Morgan managed millions for Ghislaine Maxwell despite booting Epstein. Jamie Dimon had too many criminal balls in the air. Lands in court. One lands in court.
Well, it's the fourth day of the new year, the fourth day of 2022, January 4th. Do you know where your finances are? I'm serious. That's a real question. This is a commercial for Cortez Wealth Management because they sponsor this program. They're the title sponsor here on the Stu Peters Show. But seriously, think about answering that question. Do you know where your finances are? Do you know where your financial advisor, your financial planner has your money? Do you know what you're investing in? Does Marjorie Taylor Greene know that she's invested in Pfizer and Moderna and Johnson & Johnson? I don't know. Maybe she does know. Maybe she did it willingly, or maybe she trusts some other person to arbitrarily just throw her money around and make investments that they think are best, or make investments based on what Wall Street bullies them into doing. Because Wall Street is manipulated by the gangsters in this regime, the Biden regime, which is sold to the CCP. No family is more owned by communist China than the Biden family. That's proven. That's a fact. There is no family that is more owned and manipulated by China, by the CCP directly, than the Bidens. And Joe Biden is allegedly the president. And that regime is dictating to Wall Street what products are going to be made available to your financial advisor that works for one of these big name, big box banks or financial advisor firms. So by default, although you might really like your financial advisor, you might want to go bowling with them, maybe go out for a couple of cocktails with Bob or Ed or Sherry or whatever her name is, Angie, from your financial firm. That's great. They might be your neighbors.